Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, swimming suits. Yes, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, here we have the things that we should take with us while traveling. Okay. And
Yes.
what about money?
ATM card.
ATM card. Okay.
Yeah, credit card, cash.
Cash as well. Okay. Health. When it comes to health.
Yeah, first aid kit. No.
Exactly.
First aid kit.
First aid kits. Okay. First aid kits. Okay. So all right. So that's when it comes to health. Document or documentation.
Passport.
Passport. Okay. We have passport. Yes, you're right. And luggage. Luggage.
Carry-on bag. Carry-on bag.
Carry-on bag. We have
suitcase.
Okay.
Case.
So these are the I mean, as far as I can remember. Okay, just an example. What we had the last sessions we had together. Okay. So
Yes.
let's say while traveling, what are the things or the most important things you take with you while going on vacation? For example, when you, for example, traveling to a foreign country, which means a new country, of course, you take with you some clothes or you clothes money. You need to have exchange, health. I don't care. I don't really, okay, no. When it comes to health, I can take just with me some medication like painkiller, okay?
Yes.
Documents, you take with you the visa, you take with you the plane ticket.
Yeah,
as well as the
passport.
passport.
Yeah.
Luggages, of course, you can take your suitcase, right? Suitcase. Yeah, right. Suitcase. So I mean, this is what we have done almost last time. Okay, so just put you in the frame what we works. Let's move on forward here. Look at this here. We have some kind of travel advice. Can you see that?
Yes.
Travel advice. So I mean, there are in fact 5 advice or 6 advice. Remember, the word advice is a noun, okay? But when we want to put it into terms of verb, we say advise with SE, okay? To give someone advice or to advise someone, okay? Even the word advice with C, the sound C, while the word advise with S, which sounds Z, okay? So anyway, here we have some pieces of advice. Remember, advice, it's doesn't have got plural form, okay? Doesn't get plural form. We can give an advice or we can give a lot of advice, okay? So there's no plural form of the word. From experienced travelers. So what topic, I mean, to each other talking about, okay? So together we're gonna listen to these things you have shown for you or seen to your parents here, okay? Then we're gonna look again to the advice and think this which were good or which were not good and why not, okay? So just let me okay, play the audio file with you and we're okay. Let's see, page 30. Okay.
Page 32, Exercise 6, Perspectives. Travel Advice. Part A. Listen to these pieces of advice from experienced travelers. What topic is each person talking about?
You should tell the driver where you're going before you get on, and you have to have exact change for the fare.
When you fly, you should keep important things in your carry-on bag, such as your medication and credit cards. You shouldn't pack them in your checked luggage.
You should try some of the local specialties, but you'd better avoid the stalls on the street.
In most countries, you don't have to have an international driver's license, but you must have a license from your own country.
You also need to be 21 or over.
You ought to pack a first aid kit and any medication you need. You shouldn't drink water from the tap.
You ought to keep a copy of your credit card numbers at the hotel, and you shouldn't carry a lot of cash when you go out.
Well, Fatima Zara, can you read the first advice, please?
Yes.
Can you
You
read
should-
it?
You should tell the driver where you're going before you get on, and you have to have exact change for the fare.
Okay. So you should tell the driver where you're going before you get on. You have to have an exact change for the fare. Here, what are they talking about here? Or what is this person talking about?
You know the place when you drive, special
You
place.
should know the place, or you should tell the driver
Yes.
the place where are you going to. Okay. Or what does it mean here? You have to have exact change for the fare. Yes, any volunteer? Let's know.
I think.
Yeah.
I think they are talking about money. You have to change the money
Exactly.
for.
Yeah, talking about the money needed
money,
to
yeah.
pay the driver. Okay, you're right, Aziza. Okay, thank you. So, Aziza, can you read the second
Yes.
advice?
Okay, you should try some of the local specialties, but you would better avoid the stalls on the street.
Oh, the stalls on the
The
street.
stalls on the street.
Okay, so what are you talking about? Sorry.
I think about food. No.
Yes, they are talking about food. But are they talking about homemade food or food in streets?
Homemade food, local food.
Local food. Okay, but what does it mean here? You'd better avoid the stalls on street. You know what I mean, stalls on streets? When it comes to Casablanca, for example, you can find in public places or some popular streets, some stalls, people that are selling hot dogs, you know, sausages, that are selling food in the streets. Okay, it's not in the restaurants, but in stalls, you know, stalls like Karas.
Yes.
Street food, like street food.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so they're talking about food, and they are advising people not to take try to avoid, okay, which means éviter, okay, to eat food we have on on the streets. Okay, let me ask, I mean, okay, لفحل, it's long good to see you. Would you mind if you read the third advice, please?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so read the third one,
When
please.
you fly,
Yep.
when you fly, you should keep important things in your carry-on bag, such as your medication and credit cards. You shouldn't pack them in your checked
Luggage.
luggage.
Yeah, so what are they talking about here? Are they talking about documents? Are they talking about medication, transport, maybe, or what? Which of the items we saw above here does this advice can go to? Talking about luggage or documents, or both of them?
You should take with you the important things
Okay, you take with you the important things in the carry-on. You know they call carry-on bag. You know carry-on bag, right? Like a man. Okay, which means they are talking about what? They are talking about luggages.
Luggage.
Okay, luggage. So don't put your important things in the okay, the checked luggage. Okay, which means the suitcase like a check-in. No, you have to keep them with you. Okay, understand what I mean here? Okay, let me see. Let me please. Can you read the fourth one?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. So
In
can you read-
most
Yep, you're right.
in the most countries, you don't have to have a international driver's license, license, but you must have a license from your own country. You also need to be 21 or over.
So they are talking about what here, Libya? Are they talking about
The international
documents?
document,
Documents. What is the necessary documents you need to drive?
international drive,
International license.
license.
Driver's license. Okay. So driver's license. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's go back. Fatima Zara, can you read the fifth one?
Yes, you ought to pack a first aid kit and any medication you need. You shouldn't drink water from the tap trip.
Okay, from the tap. You know
From
tap,
the tap.
Robini, right?
Yes.
Robini.
Tap. Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
So what are you talking about here? Talking about transport, about documents, about health, about luggage, what?
Health for medication.
Health, you're right.
Medication.
Health,
Yes,
medication. Okay.
medication.
What advice did he give? What is the advice did he give? You shouldn't do what?
You shouldn't drink water from the tap.
Tap. Yes, you're right. Okay, thank you so much. Go back again, Aziza. Can you read
Yes.
the last one?
Okay. You ought to keep a copy of your credit card numbers at the hotel, and you shouldn't carry a lot of cash when you go out.
So what are they talking about? What subjects are they talking about?
About money.
Money. Yeah,
Money,
about
yeah.
money.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
So they should keep a copy of credit card at the hotel,
yes,
and
in case they lose it. Yeah.
yeah, and they advise him or her to not carry a lot of cash.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay. So here, if we keep focusing on this advice here, which of this advice seems to you good? Or we can say, do you think that these all advice are good or not?
All advice is
All,
good.
yes,
All of them are good advice.
all of them are good and
Okay.
important.
Yeah, they are very important. Yes.
Yes.
But the idea of drinking water from the tap, do you think is it important? You ought to pack first aid kit and medication. You shouldn't drink water from the tap. Is it a good advice, do you think?
Yes, maybe because you have a problem when you drink.
We might have problem.
Water. When you
Okay.
drink water.
Tap water.
Yes. Another place.
Another place is not. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe, but don't
Yes.
always. Yes.
Okay, not all the time. And the idea of keeping a copy of your credit card in a hotel, is it good advice, do you think? You ought to keep a copy of your credit card number at the hotel. I don't think
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a good thing because it
it's
might
not
be
necessary.
stolen. Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Yes, and also
Keep it
the
with you.
yeah,
Okay.
and also with the driving lessons. Most of many people who traveled abroad don't have the driving license. Yeah.
Okay.
Not all of
So
them, but many people.
because here said you don't have to have an international driver license. Okay. Yes, right. But you must have a license from your country. For example, if you wanna drive outside of Morocco, you will not use it in all countries, but you need to switch it. Okay. and to
Yes.
pass an exam in other countries.
Yes.
So I guess it's necessary that you need to bring your driver license with you in order to switch it. I mean, to say this is my driver license, but I need to switch it, and then you can go and do what you need to have an exam, and they will give you another one. But in case you don't have any driver license here, you need to have the full course of driving lessons. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So anyway, here, I think they are good advice as well. So look here, when these speakers or this in this okay advice, what I mean expressions we used here, or they used to give advice?
Should.
You should.
You
You
should.
should.
And
Okay.
out to.
You ought to. Okay.
No.
You still have any other one? You'd better avoid the stalls.
Yeah, you could avoid.
Yeah, you'd better avoid the stalls in the street. So we have you should, ought to, you'd better. Look here, these three or four means of using, they are all the same, okay? So we use them to give advice, or okay, we can even use them to give an escapable, or sorry, escapable, can say escapable obligation, okay? So anyway, we're gonna stand in details to listen and read these things here together, okay? So look here, in the grammar focus, we have models for necessity and suggestions, okay? So which of them is used for suggestions? Which of them we use for necessity, expressing necessity, okay? So look at them and let's listen to these sentences and come back. Necessity.
Page 33, Exercise 7, Grammar Focus. Modals for necessity and suggestion. Describing necessity.
You must have a driver's license. You need to be 21 or over.
You have to get a passport.
You don't have to get vaccinations.
Giving suggestions.
You'd better avoid the stalls on the street.
You ought to pack a first aid kit.
You should try some local specialties.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash.
Okay, so remember, must, need to, have to, don't have to. It's when you express necessity, and one of them we used to say lack of necessity. Which one do you think here?
The negative one, don't have to.
Yeah, don't have to is lack of necessity. For example, tomorrow is Sunday. I'm gonna say, look, you don't have to go to school because tomorrow is just Sunday. It's not necessary. You see it. So giving suggestions or giving advice, okay, it can be used with the terms of the item, sorry, for the adverb, the better, ought to, should, shouldn't, okay? So these are things, I mean, I think it's quite clear and easy as well, okay? So it's up to you to understand when to use the necessity and when to use suggestions, okay? But here you need to understand the meaning of the sentence first. So let's try to do the exercise together and understand what to do here. So choose the best advice for someone who's going on vacation. Then we can compare this together, okay? So look at first one. You make a hotel reservation in advance. It might be difficult to find a room after you get there. So here, do you think it's a suggestion or a necessity?
It's suggestions.
Suggestion. So if it's suggestion, Aziza, what's gonna do?
You'd better make a hotel reservation in advance. It might be difficult to find a room after You get there.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Okay, so understand here. So because a friend, okay, talk to his friend, okay, giving him what suggestion or giving him advice to book a hotel room because for him it might be difficult, but it's not sure. It's not necessity, but it's a suggestion or a piece of advice. Okay,
Yes.
let's see, Fatima Zara, can you try number 2?
Yes. You must carry edification with you.
Identification.
It's the law. You must.
You must. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Okay, you must, because here it's the law. Okay, something very
Yes.
necessary. Okay,
Yes.
it's not a choice. Great. Lemia, what about number 3?
You should buy around trip plan ticket
Ticket
because its
cheaper.
ticket is cheap.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper. Yes, thank
Cheaper.
you. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, الفحل, can you? Okay, الفحل, can you?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, الفحل, can you?
Student,
I can't hear you.
you shouldn't pack too many clothes.
Yes.
You won't have room to bring back any gifts.
Yes, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, okay? So if it happens you want to bring any gifts, so you will not find places to. That's great, thank you. Okay, Aziza, would you try the
Yes.
5th again?
Okay, you ought to check out of most hotel rooms by noon if you don't want to pay for another night.
So you ought to.
You ought to, yes.
I think you need to. You see, look,
Yeah.
if you don't wanna pay for another night, which means you wanna get out before midday, you need to check out. Okay, it's not an option, but it's a necessity.
Okay, yes. Yes, you're right.
You know what I mean here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you don't wanna. Okay, look, you don't wanna. Okay, spend or pay for another night. So allow what you need to do. You need to check out. Check out
Yes.
means to go out from the hotel.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Fatima Zara Omzin, would you try the last one?
Yes. Yes. You have to buy a new suitcase because your old one is getting shabby.
Is it a necessity or suggestion?
I think it's suggestion.
Suggestion,
ought
you
to,
don't
ought
have
to.
to use, oh,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
have to. You should say, oh,
Ought
to.
to. Ought
Okay.
to. Yes.
Okay,
Ought
so
to.
it's, you just
You
give a
ought to.
suggestion. So you say, you ought to buy a new
Ought
one,
to buy.
but
Yes, you
this is
ought to buy
business.
a new suitcase. Yes.
Exactly, thank you. So do you understand what I mean here by suggestion and necessity?
Yes.
So now let's move to pair work together. Imagine you're going to travel abroad, okay? So take turn giving each other advice, okay? Here, look, we have, 6 advice, okay? I will let you, for example, Aziza will tell Fatima Zahra, okay, an advice. Fatima Zahra will give another advice to Lufhal. Lufhal give another advice to Lamia, okay, and take a turn. So how can you give your advice? For example, so it's up to you to use necessity, or you can use suggestion. Okay, Aziza, what advice can you give Fatima Zahra?
You have to take your ATM card with you.
Okay, yeah, Fatima
Yes.
Zahra, what advice can you give her? Give
You
Lufhal.
must get the necessary vaccination.
Okay, is it obligation? Is it necessary?
Obligation just for COVID. It's obligation.
Okay, so when I say here you must, okay, which means becomes very important.
Yes, you should.
You should. That's
You
suggestion.
should.
Okay.
Yes, you should get the necessary vaccination.
Vaccination. Okay, great. Okay. الفحل. What advice can you tell them? Yeah.
You must have a visa to enter some foreign countries.
Exactly. Okay, you must have visa if you wanna get to some foreign countries. Okay. Yeah, Lamia. What advice can you give Aziza? Lamia, can you hear me? Okay. Maybe Lamia, she's has lost sound. Anyway.
You don't have.
She doesn't have a mic, maybe. Okay,
Yes.
so anyway, maybe she'll be here soon. Okay. Look at the group work. So together we say if someone wants to go to study abroad, someone who wants to study English abroad. So what advice can you give him or her? Can you find out some, if you like, good advice to someone who wants to go to study English abroad or to study whatever abroad, another subject abroad, they want to go. So what advice could you tell this person?
They might take their student ID with them.
They might take, okay, the should, do you think, right?
They should.
Yeah, so they should take their student's ID with them.
But
Okay.
no, I said they must. It's
You said they must.
Must, yeah, it's an obligation.
Is this an obligation? Okay.
Yeah.
So students going to study abroad must take the student's ID with them.
ID with them, yeah.
Okay. What else for students or for people who want to study abroad?
They have to look for good universities.
They have to look for good universities. Thank you. That's great. What about, I mean, campus and
Yeah,
bonuses they may get as a student? What about, I mean, subscription and money, find work? Okay, so what do you think about this?
they should do their inscription before going abroad.
Should subscribe
Subscribe before going.
before going abroad. Yes. Okay, you're right.
And they should look for friends with whom they can share, for example.
Yes, very good, very good. Okay.
The house. Yeah.
Yeah, the house and okay, they should find someone to share with them.
Yes.
To share with the house. Okay.
You must pay university before.
They must pay the university session or university fees before. Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah. So do you think, are there any other advice to someone who wants to go abroad to study? Okay, so anyway, thank you so much. Okay, you understand, I mean, the difference between these things here. So for more practice here, let's move to the pronunciation section. Okay, look here, we have, I mean, linked sound. I mean, this is W and Y, but when it comes to sound, they are not W and Y. They are sounds like W and Y. Okay, so you say here, gonna notice how some words linked by the sound W sound and the word are linked in the Y sound together. Okay, so let's see how do we link them when they are followed by okay, a consonant or a vowel. Okay, try to practice them the same and come back. Okay, so let's listen, please. Here we are.
Page 33, Exercise 8, Pronunciation. Linked sounds with w and y. Listen and practice. Notice how some words are linked by a w sound and other words are linked by a y sound.
You should know about local conditions.
You ought to do it right away.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash.
You must be at least 21 years old.
I'll repeat again, right? Listen carefully.
Page 33, Exercise 8, Pronunciation. Linked sounds with w and y. Listen and practice. Notice how some words are linked by a w sound and other words are linked by a y sound.
Yeah.
You should know about local conditions.
You ought to do it right away.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash.
You must be at least 21 years old.
Okay. So Fatima Zara, can you read one sentence with the sound w and another sentence with the sound yeah?
Okay. You should know about local conditions.
No, you said you should know about. This is what you said, right?
Know about local condition.
Okay, you should know about local conditions. Can you repeat that again?
You should know about local condition.
So can you repeat this sentence in front? You shouldn't.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash.
Yes, you're right. You shouldn't carry a lot of cash. Aziza, would you repeat the two rest sentences? I mean, the remains.
Okay, you are to do it right away.
Okay, very good. The other
You
one?
must, yeah, you must be at least 21 years old.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Lefhal, can you try some two sentences as well? Yes, Lefhal, can you choose two sentences to repeat?
You should know about local conditions.
Yeah.
You must be at least 21 years old.
Okay. You must be at least 21 years old. You shouldn't carry a lot of cash and etc. So do you understand how do we link the W, I mean, or the sound w when it comes, I mean, before a consonant, I'm sorry, as a vowel. So we can say the word w and sound yeah, okay? So please remember this pronunciation because it's gonna help you make sounds more native, okay? So let's go forward, okay? All right, here, what do we have? We have some tourists, okay, tips, okay. Here they are talking about, sorry, someone or interview with spokeswoman from New York, okay. She's visitor. I mean, gonna take or check the 4 topics about okay, she discusses. But before going, so please, I may ask you, what do you know about New York City? Yeah, what do you know about New York City? Tamzala, have you got any idea about New York?
Yes, New York City is a city in New USA.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, what do you know about it? Do you know something about it? Is it big? Is it small? Is it hot?
It's big. It's big.
It's big
You
city.
have a lot of building.
Yeah,
lot of big buildings.
skyscrapers.
Yes.
Can you say skyscrapers?
Skyscrapers. Yes,
Yeah,
skyscrapers.
skyscrapers, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. What else do you know? I mean, about the yes, girls. Do you know anything about this town, this city, New York?
I
Okay.
think it's expensive. It's expensive city.
Expensive city. Is it
Yes.
is it cheap to be there?
I think it's expensive in my
It's
opinion.
expensive city. Yep.
Yes.
Right. Expensive city to live there. Okay, thank you so much. Alors, so let's listen to this woman talking from New York, talking to a visitor. So let's try to check which topic did it discuss, okay, or does she discuss, okay? And let's, okay, come back.
Page 34, Exercise 9, Listening. Tourist Tips. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the New York City Visitor Center. Check the 4 topics she discusses.
What should people do to make their visit to New York City safe and pleasant?
Don't try to do too much in a short time. That's very important. You should start planning before you get here. You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Are there any good tours available?
Oh yes, there are many. Some companies offer bus tours that stop at all the major tourist attractions. You can buy a pass so you can get on and off wherever you like. That saves you time. And you should visit our website to find out about the latest tours and special events.
I see. And is New York a safe city for visitors?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even American visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that New Yorkers are pretty friendly. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are happy to give directions.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
It can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to New York, and I'm sure you will too.
So, girls, I mean, could you pick out what are the main subjects she talks about?
Yeah, she talked about planning a trip. She
Okay,
said you
planning a
should
trip?
start. Yeah, you should start planning before coming to New York.
Mm-hmm. What else? I mean,
And also she talks about safety.
exactly, safety.
It's
Okay.
safe. It's safe, but she advises visitors not never carry a cash with them.
So she talks about money.
Yeah, money and safety.
Planning the trip. Did she talk about tours? Did she talk about
I don't
tours?
know.
Okay, what do you think? Did she talk about tours?
Yes, maybe because
No, we don't have maybe. We have yes or no.
no, because she tell you have a discount in student card.
Exactly. So she talked about tours.
Yes.
Yes, she talked about tours.
Yes.
So anyway, I guess now I share with you the same. So she talks about money, planning trip, safety, and tours. Okay, but
Yes.
look, we're going to listen once again to the same woman talking to the spokesman. All right, for the same topics, but in this time, please, I'd like you to take to get ready. Take a piece of paper with you. Okay, try to pick up a piece of advice she gives in each all right topic. I know it's kind of difficult, but look, you say, for example, to talk about tours, you're gonna write tours, what advice she gives in tours, what advice she gives in safety, in planning trip, and money. Okay, so I'm going to play the audio as well again. All right, so get ready. Try to be to have a pen and okay, piece of paper next to you. Okay, can we start?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's go.
Page 34, Exercise 9, Listening. Tourist Tips. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the New York City Visitor Center. Check the 4 topics she discusses.
What should people do to make their visit to New York City safe and pleasant?
Don't try to do too much in a short time. That's very important. You should start planning before you get here. You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Are there any good tours available?
Oh, yes, there are many. Some companies offer bus tours that stop at all the major tourist attractions. You can buy a pass so you can get on and off wherever you like. That saves you time. And you should visit our website to find out about the latest tours and special events.
I see. And is New York a safe city for visitors?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even American visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that New Yorkers are pretty friendly. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are happy to give directions.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
It can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to New York, and I'm sure you will too.
I think I should repeat that again.
Page 34, Exercise 9, Listening. Tourist Tips. Part A. Listen to an interview with a spokeswoman from the New York City Visitor Center. Check the 4 topics she discusses.
What should people do to make their visit to New York City safe and pleasant?
Don't try to do too much in a short time. That's very important. You should start planning before you get here. You ought to decide in advance which sites you most want to see.
Are there any good tours available?
Oh, yes, there are many. Some companies offer bus tours that stop at all the major tourist attractions. You can buy a pass so you can get on and off wherever you like. That saves you time. And you should visit our website to find out about the latest tours and special events.
I see. And is New York a safe city for visitors?
It's safer than many cities in the world. But just like in any big city, you should still be careful. For example, don't go off on your own, especially at night. And never carry much cash on you. Oh, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Even American visitors have to ask for help when they come here. You'll find that New Yorkers are pretty friendly. They like welcoming visitors to their city and are happy to give directions.
One last thing. Is it an expensive city to visit?
It can be, but there are a lot of places in the city where you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you're a student, you should bring your student ID card with you. That way, you can get a discount at museums and galleries.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just that most people have a great time when they come to New York, and I'm sure you will too.
So, girls, so what advice could you get about, I mean, planning a tour or safety?
Concerning planning, she said you should start planning before coming to New York.
Exactly. So you should start planning before coming to the city of New York. Okay. Yes. Namazara, could you pick up or could you get any of the advice?
Yes. You should stop. Be careful.
You should be careful.
Yes.
When?
In the trip, in the tour, you have a lot of company. There are many. You can buy a bus. She said you should be careful.
Okay. All right. Are there any other advice, Kifhal? About money or about safety or about chores?
For safety, you shouldn't carry with you a lot of cash.
You shouldn't carry a lot of cash with you. Okay.
And she said that you don't have to be afraid to ask questions.
Okay, thank you. That's great. Look, I will show you some other possible answer. Okay. Yes. So all right. So here are some other possible answers. Okay. The woman said you should start planning before you get there, as Aziza said. It's a good idea to buy a bus pass. You should visit the websites to find out about tours and special events. You shouldn't go off on your own, especially at night. It's not a good idea to carry a lot of cash. You shouldn't be afraid to ask questions. If you're a student, you should bring your student card with you. Okay? So these are some possible answers as well. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. So let's go forward. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, sorry. So okay, let's move on to the exercise 10. We say travel suggestions. Okay, so look at the here. Okay, look at this place. It's a tower, right? So this is a new town or city, I don't know. But say imagine, okay, the suggestion here or the instruction said, imagine someone, okay, not you, of course. Someone is someone is going to visit your town or your city, which means Casablanca, or Sidi Ifni, or I don't know where you're from. Okay. So here you can write a letter giving some suggestions or advice for sightseeing activities. Okay. Can you hear me? Let me, she has lost sounds already. Okay, Fatima, can you read the example given here about their Josh?
Yes. Dear Josh, I am so glad, Josh. I am so glad you're going to visit Santiago. As you know, Santiago is a very old and beautiful city, so you should bring your camera. Also, you ought to bring some good shoes because we're going to walk a lot. It will be warm, so you don't have to pack.
Okay, so here the speaker, okay, want to visit Santiago, right? What advice, I mean, he give him?
Bring camera, bring
camera
and
some good shoes.
Wear some good shoes.
Okay,
yes,
don't have to pack, etc. So here, girls. Okay, let me accept Bricky. She's just joining us. Okay, so here, girls. If can you imagine someone, okay, is visiting your city? Okay, so what advice or suggestions can you give him? Can you just write for me like kind of short email like this one? But of course, okay, not a long one. Okay, kind of 4 minutes. Okay, and come back. Is it clear?
Okay.
All right, so 4 minutes and come back. Bricky will come back. Okay, thank you for joining us, though it's so late. Alors, so here we have stopped for 4 minutes to write short email like the one appeared in unit exercise 10. Okay, giving suggestions. I mean, what are the things or necessary things that this person should bring or should do or have to do or need to do when it comes to visit your city? So if you can write some 4 or 6 sentences like that. Have you finished?
No.
Yes, I finished.
Okay, Aziza, let's listen to you.
Okay. I am happy that you are going to visit the evening. As you know, it's a small and beautiful city. You should bring with you your swimsuit because there are many beaches here, and you would better try local and traditional foods. That's it.
Okay, thank you. These are short advice. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's see other girls. Okay. Fatima Zara, I mean, did you finish writing any piece of advice for someone who's gonna visit Casablanca?
Yes, dear Aziza, I
Okay.
am so glad you're going to visit Casablanca. Casablanca is a very big
No.
city. Casablanca is very big city and beautiful. So you should bring maps with you. You have a lot of direction in Casablanca, and you must bring with you. You hear me?
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm hearing you.
Yes. You must bring with you your clothes and welcome to Casablanca. Just it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you should bring with you. You should bring with you. Okay. Okay. You said here map.
Bring just
Map.
map
I mean, okay. I don't.
because Casablanca is big.
But I mean, she used nowadays. You don't use maps anymore. You can use the Google Map. You know, there are so many
phone,
good
yes.
applications.
Yes. Yes.
So just Google Map is okay. So الفحال, what about you?
I'm so glad you're going to visit Marrakesh. As you know, Marrakesh is a touristic city. There is a lot of places to visit.
There are a lot of.
Like
There are a lot of.
a lot of places to visit, like Jama al-Fna and the Mosque of Qutubiyya, Qasr al-Badi' and other places. But you must be careful. Marrakesh is a very hot city. And I suggest to go outside of Marrakesh to visit Ourika and Emilshil and other places.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Hisham. الفحال. Okay. Sorry. Bricky, do you understand what's going on here? I know that you come very late, but could you write short email like the one your friends read today? Okay, so try to take a look at the video after we finish. I will try to put it in the YouTube channel. Try to do again the same exercise your friend done today. Believing that next week, inshallah, we're gonna have a test. Maybe it might take place next Saturday, right? So anyway, let's go with the pet work. Okay, we have done already. Look at this discussion. Okay, dream vacation. Okay, dream vacation. Of course, all of us have his dream vacation. Okay, maybe a dream to visit a place that I have never visited before, etc. I mean, we can do it quickly, please. But look, here you just won, for example, won a free 30-day trip around the world. Okay, you have 1 month. Okay, so yeah, you can think about the questions you have there. Okay, and let me know what are the places you're gonna visit, the places you're gonna stay a long time or a short time, where will you stop, and how long will you stay there? Okay. Do you understand the exercise? Aziza, can you
Yes.
read the instruction, please, again, with the question? So
Okay.
you're just
You just won a free 30-day trip around the world. Discuss the following questions. When will you leave and return? Which direction will you go, east or west? Where will you choose to stop and why? How will you get from place to place? How long will you stay in each place?
okay. So who's going to start? You can even choose the place exactly. Go to Europe, America, no worry. But this is just a dream vacation. Okay.
Yes.
So who's going to start? Yeah, who's going to start? Tell them about her dream job. Sorry, dream vacation.
Okay, I will start.
Yeah.
So my dream, I dream to travel to Spain.
Mhm.
And I want, when will you leave and return? I want to leave next month, 1st August. And come in 13 August, in the end of the month.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
That's it.
Okay. What about you, Fatima Zahra? If it happens that you win 30 days vacation,
I want to go to London, but I want
I
to.
will I will go to London. Okay.
Yes, but
So
I want
when will you go leave, and when will you return?
I want to stay forever.
No, just 30 days, Rafik, huh? Okay.
I want to.
I'll give you just 30 days
30 in August.
in
All
August,
yes.
the whole August. So just
all
London. You don't want to, see in other place.
Singapore. I want to
Singapore.
visit Singapore. Yes.
Why
I
Singapore?
like
What is it? What is important in it there? Why
It's
do you
a
want to?
clean city, and you have a lot of قانون.
Law?
Yes, yes.
Having
It's
good
nice.
law in Singapore?
Yes, yes. In Singapore, a good law, and
Okay.
nice people. You have
There are nice people there, Singapore.
yes, yes. Just I want to return in. I want to go in London and Singapore,
Thank you
and
so much.
return in September.
Okay, great. Okay, let's ask Kay Rifal. What about you, Rifal? So it happens you win 30 days vacation. Where will you go?
I want to go to south of Morocco to visit Dakhla city.
Okay. Okay. Will you go on your own, or you go the kid with you?
I will go with my family.
Okay. So you're gonna take the little kid, singing right now with you, right? Okay. Is he your baby?
Yes, it's my
Is that a
daughter.
girl? Is that a girl? Yeah. Okay. It's
Yes.
a baby daughter.
Yes.
Okay. Take care of her. So you go to Dakhla city. Okay. For how long? The whole 30 days in Dakhla?
I will stop to visit العيون and
Okay, so you want to visit the south of Morocco.
yes.
Okay, so going bit by bit, stay in South Morocco. That's great. Thank you so much. So anyway, this is just dream vacation. Maybe it will come true in the next month, inshallah. Okay, so let's go forward. Okay, let's go forward. So look here, we're gonna finish today, inshallah, by having this reading. Okay, article. Okay, volunteer, travel, you know, I mean a volunteer. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
volunteer, travel a vacation with difference. Okay, travel a vacation with difference. So what do we need here to do? First of all, we need to check the statements you think are true. Then we're gonna scan the article to check your answers. So we have two words, okay, two sentences here. Volunteer travelers don't receive money for their work. Volunteer travel is only for young people. So which one seems to you right?
The second.
The second one.
Yes.
Volunteer
No,
travel.
the volunteer.
first one.
No. The first one. The first one.
First one.
Yes.
Okay. Because they are
Volunteer
volunteers.
travels don't receive money.
Can you
for
see
their
the picture there? Can you see the picture? This is short picture, small one. Okay. They are doing
Yes.
some activities like collecting trash from the forest, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just go with you and read the first introduction. For her vacation each year, Ali Libran goes volunteer traveling. In a recent interview with Volunteer magazine, okay, she talks about volunteer vacation. So here we have kind of interview between Ali and the Volunteer magazine. Okay, so we need to scan this article together, and then we can go through the questions. Hello, let's have the first step together. Aziza and Fatima Zara, can you read the first parts? I mean, questions, answers together.
Okay.
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 I'm sorry, there's no questions. Okay,
There's just answer.
Yeah, just answers.
Answer,
After
yeah.
that, we need to. After that, we're going to write questions,
The questions.
on our own. Yep.
Mm,
So Aziza,
okay.
start first. Can you read the first answer?
Okay. It's like an exchange program. People find a program in a country they
You
would
know
like.
the exchange, right?
Yeah.
تبادل. Okay,
Yes,
تبادل
yeah.
ثقافي. Okay.
Yeah. People find a program in a country they would like to visit in exchange for food and accommodations. They work, in other words, they don't get a salary. The idea is that volunteers can learn about real people in other countries. Vacationers who stay in hotels often don't learn much about the local people and culture.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Fatima Zara, can you read the next? Mini?
Many of the jobs are on small farms. Farmers often need volunteers to harvest crops. If harvested vegetable and fruits, including nuts and olives. Some volunteers work with animals such as making crows or goats. That's an interesting experience. I can tell you, and sometimes farmers want volunteers to do things like build stone walls. There are lots of possibilities.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yep. Can you read the fourth one?
Anyone. Many volunteers are fairly young. The work can be hard. So volunteer needs to be fit, but actually age isn't important. I've worked with people in their 70s and even 80s.
Ah, that's great. Okay. Bricky, can you read the fourth one? I mean, the fourth paragraph, short one. If you can, open your mic. No. No. Okay. So Aziza, go for it. Can you go?
Okay, just about anywhere in the world. I have volunteered in Italy, Morocco, Indonesia, and several countries in Latin America.
Indonesia and Latin America. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Fatima Zahra, can you finish, please?
Yes. Oh, that's easy. Just go online. Do a search for volunteers travel or volunteer vacation. You will find lots of websites with the information about opportunities for volunteering. Maybe there is a program in a country you've always wanted to visit.
Thank you so much. Is there any difficult word? Did you encounter any unfamiliar word? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Seed vegetable. What does mean I've harvested? Harvested.
Harvest. You know the harvest? Yeah,
Yes.
we seed and we
Hasad.
harvest. Exactly. Hasad. So harvest, hasad. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So I
Yes.
harvested vegetables and fruit, nuts.
Yes.
Okay. So we continue to continue. We understand what is here going on. So let me just minimize the paragraph here for you, because in the next exercise we need to put what? We need to find out the questions to
Questions.
these yes, these answers.
Suitable
Okay?
questions, yes.
Yeah. So read the article again if you like. Then write these questions in this appropriate place. So you have 5 questions to put in the right places, okay? Let me give you just kind of 2 minutes and start together. Try to put them in the right place. So girls, let's start.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, so
Yes.
excuse me. Someone is calling me. Hello. I didn't. Yep. So what kind of work can volunteers do? So it can be paragraph what?
First paragraph.
First paragraph.
First,
No,
yes.
sorry. No, first
Second,
paragraph.
second
No.
paragraph.
Second
paragraph.
Yeah, second
Okay.
paragraph. Sorry.
Second paragraph. Yeah. Many of jobs. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
Number two, where can people volunteer to work?
Paragraph 4.
Paragraph 4. Yeah. Just about anywhere the world you can go to. Okay. Malaysia, Morocco, Indonesia. Okay. Who can volunteer? Paragraph
3.
Number
Paragraph 3.
3.
Three.
Anyone. Yeah. Many volunteers are fairly young. And finally, how can someone find out about volunteers?
5.
The fifth one, the last one. And what's volunteer traveling? Of course, this is the first one.
The first.
Yeah, the first one. You're right. I think it's kind of easy. Okay. So so look at the paragraph we have in B here. Okay. Let's try to complete the summary with information from the article. Ali Lebrun goes where? Everywhere. Where does she go? Yeah.
David is farmers. No.
So let's see here, go to exchange program. No?
It's like an exchange program.
So Ali Lebrun goes to okay. Exchange program. If we she say that volunteers get what in exchange? What do volunteers get in exchange? Okay, gets right. So that's for so for volunteering. Okay.
They get, I think they get food and accommodations in exchange.
Okay.
For
so they get food and accommodation for exchange. In exchange for what? For the service.
Yeah, for people who need
Okay. Volunteers often work on. Where do volunteers work?
Farms.
On farms. Okay.
And harvest. Yeah.
And harvest what? Harvest what?
Crops.
Harvest crops. Yeah. To volunteer, you have to be fit, but age, is it necessary? No. It's not important. Age is not important. But age is not important. You can work in the world. You can say anywhere. Anywhere in the world. To find place to work, what you need to do? You can just go online. Yeah.
Search for volunteer travel.
There are you can find
websites.
Websites. Information. About volunteering, traveling, yes.
Traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, traveling. Okay. So can you repeat that correctly, Aziza? Can you repeat yours?
Okay. Ali Leburn goes on exchange program every year. She says that volunteers get food and accommodation in exchange for, I think, for people who need that food. Volunteers often work on farms and harvest crops. To volunteer, you have to be fit, but age is not important. You can work anywhere in the world. To find places to work, you should visit, you should go online.
Okay.
Yeah, there are many websites where you can get information about volunteers traveling.
Okay, thank you. It was nice from you, Aziza. Okay. Let me see the correction here. Okay. The word correct or not? No, I don't have it. Okay. Here we are. We have volunteer and travel. Yes, unit 6, unit 5. Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't find any other answers here, but still, it's. I think it sounds great. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have it. I'm here. Ali. No, there's no discussion here. So anyway, it sounds great. Okay, to be with you today. So please let me just wish you a nice weekend, and try to be there inshallah on Wednesday. Okay.
Okay.
Gonna work next next unit inshallah on Wednesday inshallah. Okay. So have a nice weekend. Take care and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so